Pisces Tarot, and I am your host, Mimi the Lightseer. Your business is my business. Today, we will dive into your business with a timeless relationship reading, which means it could be platonic, professional, or romantic. In this session, we will explore the overall energy of your reading, obtain cosmic insights to identify the topics, spill the tea on the energies involved, uncover the positives and the negatives while revealing the lessons that you need to learn, and suggest actions for healings and the best possible outcomes. Remember, this is a general reading, and you have found it when this message is needed. Please take what resonates and leave the rest. Remember, I am LGBTQ plus friendly, using pronouns for storytelling purposes. Lastly, please like, rate, subscribe, and comment, and let me know how this message is connecting with you. And without further ado, let's get into your business. Good evening. Welcome to Pisces Tarot. Come on in. Welcome, Belinda the Bouncer. Come on in. Good evening. Come on in, y'all. We got some things to talk about. Just come on in. Welcome. Hey. Welcome to Pisces Tarot. I am your host, Mimi the Lightseer, and I am so thrilled to have you here. Over here, Pisces Tarot, your business is my business. And ooh, child, baby doll, we about to get into somebody's business, okay? Yes, come on in. This afternoon, we are live across YouTube and TikTok. And for those like Camille who missed me in the wee hours of the morning, you can always go back and watch the playback of the show on YouTube at Mimi Lightseer. Go ahead and go on over there and just follow me now. That way you'll never miss a reading. You'll never miss it. You can watch it at your own time. You can watch it on your TV. You can watch it on your phone. You can do whatever you need to do. But welcome, y'all. Welcome. Listen, my peeps. Listen, my pretties. Y'all. Let me just stick to the script. Good evening to all of my guppies, my friends on the graveyard or afternoon, evening shift, whoever's at work right now. Good morning or good night to all of my international family, y'all. Good evening. Hello. Welcome. Listen, if you are new to the Pisces Tarot experience, y'all, come on in. Drop a star in the chat if you are new to Pisces Tarot. Drop a fish if you are a returning guest. Please don't forget to drop those zodiac signs in the chat. That way we could pick up on the energy, y'all, because I definitely want to recognize all of our family that's here, that's coming for dinner, chit chat over here at Mimi's house. Drop that information because I definitely want to recognize our newbies and our returning peeps, my guppies, you know. Get your emojis ready, y'all. Thank you, Solier. Get your emojis ready, y'all, because this is going to be a fun, interactive experience. I talk to you, so I need for you to talk back to me. Y'all get quiet. I'm just going to log off. You know, but when we vibe, we vibe. And this morning, we had a 3-hour read this morning. Yes, we did at 4 a.m. The sun was coming up, baby, when I got off. Thank you, Mimi. So I'm telling you, we have a good old time. When you're interactive, I feel the energy and I feel good, you feel good, we have a good time. And that's the point, okay? But before, Raheem said I was here laughing like, boop. Yes, I'm trying to tell you, have a good old time. That's why it's important for y'all to follow me on YouTube so you can go back and watch the playbacks and just do what you do. Do what you do. But you never miss a reading, okay? And you can always see what's going on for you too. But before we jump into this reading, and the reason why I called us to orders, because we got some business, y'all, we got to get into. We got some business we got to get into, y'all. Not the thumbs. Spirit be playing with us. Why you give us the thumb down already? That means we got some disturbing things to discuss. Okay, we got some disturbing things to talk about today.
Accusation. False accusation.
I'm just saying. All right. So get your emojis ready. Before we jump in, I'll share overall energy reading and I'm going to pull some cosmic insights and then we'll get into the tarot reading. Okay, y'all? So get your hands clapping if you are ready. Into your clapping hands down in the chat if you are ready to get into this, because I got something I gotta spill the beans. I gotta talk to somebody about this. This is a real thing. All right, let me see them clapping hands so we can go ahead and get into this, y'all. So I was sitting here thinking, and those of you who follow me, y'all know Spirit talks to me in a plethora of ways, right? And so whenever I do a reading, I always take time to reflect on what the universe is saying to me. And I take that because I know it's something that's applicable to the reading, okay? And so I was sitting here thinking about how many of us go through life. And some of this does stem, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, some of this does stem from breakfast that I had today and a conversation with my neighbor. But it stems from accountability, right? And so I have been thinking about some things in my personal time and my personal life, you know, getting back to journaling and just reflecting over some things. And somehow we started talking about parents and a lack of accountability. And the question became, in a mental note, who's holding you accountable? And the reason why this is a topic of conversation is because so many of us are adults walking through life, not being held accountable for the decisions that they're not only making, but the ways that they're treating other people. And I know you guys are sitting here like, what? But the reality is, who's holding you accountable? For example, when you share information with a friend, are you really telling that friend 100% of the truth? Or are you telling them a revised version of the truth and hoping to get sympathy? If you're walking around here manipulating the truth so you get your friends to agree with you and your wrongdoings and your bullshit, then who is really holding you accountable when you're wrong? And are you surrounding yourself with friends or family that's able to check you when you're saying and doing something that is inappropriate or out of pocket or out of line? The reason why I'm saying this is because when you really think about it, a lot of us are putting on masks all day long. You're wearing a mask when you go to work. You're wearing a mask when you come home. You're wearing a mask when you talk to your friends. Who sees the real you? And who knows when you're feeling well holistically, and who knows when you're not feeling so well? What? I know you're confused, right? So my point in saying all of this is that many of us are going through the motions of life without having anybody holding us accountable for the decisions that we're making. And then we wonder why there's no guidance when you're in a bind. There's no motivation to get out. There's no influence externally telling you, you know what you're doing right now ain't a good idea. You need to chill. But instead, because you're not keeping it real with yourself, you can't be transparent and honest, more or less forthcoming with somebody else. So with that being said, if you're not being true to yourself, then how does the authentic and genuine version of you show up and translate in your relationships?
What do you mean by that?
I mean, I'm just giving you a moment to noodle on that. If you're not being honest with yourself, to be transparent, forthcoming, and honest with all of its rawness and all of its bitter, vulnerable emotions and feelings, thoughts, feelings, which translate into emotions that give you physiological responses, then how does your partner know to show up for you and to be in service for you in that capacity? So, for example, if you're not feeling mentally well, something is bothering you, you're in deep distress. If you're not sharing with your partner, okay, that something is bothering you, how does your partner know that there is a problematic behavior that they need to correct? And then you wonder why they keep doing the same things over and over again. Are you being honest? Are you being direct? Or are you being passive aggressive? So my question then becomes, how do you expect for people to show up for you with genuine intentions if you're not leading with genuine motives? Or are you leading with genuine motives and feeling like you're coming up on the short bus when those endeavors are not being reciprocated? I don't hear y'all. Y'all quiet. Y'all still out there? Or y'all think it don't apply to you? Who's holding you accountable at today's years old for your behaviors? Now, I have my father, I have my mother, I have my godfather, I have my extended village and people that I've looked up to as mentors and all of those different things. But yet and still, when it comes to men, okay, men, who's holding me accountable for the type of man that I choose to bring home? I'm just using this as an example, okay? Or it may be a woman for you, okay? So I want you to think about that, because I feel like this is about to be applicable to this reading. Camille is saying myself and my close friends. But what if you're not being so honest with your friends? Let's be honest. Everybody wears about 3 to 4 different masks in a day. Don't you get tired of wearing that mask? Or are you just so real that you're going to be yourself no matter what and don't care who sees it? And even that gets intoxicating, right? Because as you go through that, you're forced to be so vulnerable that you're on display all the time. Or do you desensitize your responses to them by sanitizing who you are first? Because the reality is, when you really, really think about it, is anybody being truly honest? Or
everybody fake now?
So let's go ahead and get into this reading, because I really feel like this has something to do with this reading. It's really about who's really holding you accountable. Because I feel as though in this reading, a lack of accountability has been the driver for irresponsibility when it comes to emotional availability. And you wonder why the relationship is crumbling. If y'all ready to get into this reading, I want you to go ahead and drop those drums down in the chat. Because, boy, we got to get into this. I'm just saying. Here we go. The universe speaks to us in a number of ways. The question is, are you even listening? Or are you over here pretending like you on a foreign place in a magical island somewhere where these things are irrelevant? I don't know. Some of y'all still stuck on what I said 10 minutes ago. And it's okay.
What?
It is okay, baby. It is okay. What? It is okay. It is okay. Now, the overall energy reading for this reading is willing release. How prophetic. Willing release. Are you still holding on to things that you can't control? Are you still holding on to the bitter taste of disappointment? Are you still holding on to the fact that your partner is not a perfect person and your love is not perfect? The reality is, when we think about love, we always say, as we lie and deceive ourselves, that love is unconditional. When in reality, love is very much so conditional. You know why? Because we all have a threshold for tolerance. And we tolerate as much as we can possibly accept in any given time frame. And once we exceed that threshold, ding, we're done. Let's wrap this up, folks, right? So how does one show up for you in a relationship when you're not even communicating that you have hit the maximum capacity of tolerance? Do you even let them know that you're at a boiling point? Or do you just withdraw and retreat and expect for them to have the wherewithal to know it's something wrong with you? Do you truly know when your partner or your person, whatever you want to call them, your boo thing, do you know when they really are mentally unwell? Or do you only notice something's wrong when they're a little bit vulnerable, irritated, and agitated? Is that the only time that you become responsive? Are you even sitting down with your partner to have what I call vulnerability hours, where you sit down, have a conversation, and release what needs to be said? Or do you hold on to it until you meet the boiling pot temperature and let it spill over? Next thing you know, it's World War 45, right? Some truth that you need to hear right now for your journey. Belinda said, I don't know. Listen, I'm asking these questions seriously. And I hope that you ponder these things, because I'm noticing there often being a disconnect between what we're truly experiencing, internalizing, and processing, and what we're communicating outward. There's so many people who are living life walking around clinically depressed, clinically anxious, and ain't nobody noticed. Nobody noticed? Y'all over here looking at me like I'm over here making stuff up. You're confused. I know you are.
What?
But the reality is that people have a way of hiding their true self. And you can live with a person 50 years and never not know them. Because people only see what you want them to, they want you to see. They only tell you what they want you to know. Right? I know you do it. We all do it. Hey, blessings. Welcome back. So let's get over to this truth that we need to hear right now for our journey. Surrender. I can release my need to control. Surrender. I can release my need to control. Do y'all see the theme here? So far, we have a willing release and we have surrender. What are you holding on to in your relationships that you're afraid to let go? I mean, you're welcome to share in the chat. This is a safe haven. Nobody's judging you. We all got something in our relationships that make us exceptionally vulnerable. We're all compromised because there's no such thing as perfect people with perfect love. So if I'm a compromised person coming into a relationship with my traumas and my baggage and my issues and my shortcomings and whatever else, because that's who I am, that's who's showing up in a relationship. If I'm not exposing you to this side to me, then I'm doing like a classic bait and switch. And that also kind of comes up like in signs of narcissism in people. So Black Butterfly says, I get judged all the time by people because of my past, so I can't trust no one or open up to anyone. Honey, I hear you. And not that I am calling you to the carpet, but we all got a past. Everybody got one. It's called life. You ain't got one, keep living. You know, keep living. I hate when people judge me when they find out that I'm a single parent. And they make the assumption that because I'm a single parent, I'm a bitter baby mama. Whoa! What? Was you here when that man was doing what he was doing? What kind of self-esteem and self-love would I have if I would have stuck around. What? Is you crazy? Ain't nothing bitter about me. I'm happy. I'm happy he's happy. I'm happy my son is happy. I'm happy to be happy. God doggone it. You know? But people do that all the time. Y'all seen the clips of that show, Pop the Balloon? Soon as you walk out, pop. Your voice too deep, pop. Your butt too flat, pop. Your skin too greasy, pop. People always judging. But the reality is people judging 100% of things they don't really understand. Because what you see really ain't real. It really ain't real. I'm going to leave that alone. But what have you been holding on in your relationships, and how is that serving you? Holding on to things in relationships, and how is that serving you? Holding on for dear life. Knowing you want to scream, shout, run, check out. You want to do all these things because if you're really being honest, you ain't happy. But you holding on. Getting drugged. When it's just as easy to let go as it is to hold on. Right? Blissed out. Now, y'all see what she's doing? She got her arms up. Surrendering. Letting go. Enjoying the moment. Being present. So many of us are walking around living in the past and wondering why we're not seeing changes in our future. You still holding on to something that your partner did months ago, years ago, and wondering why there's no change in the relationship. You still looking backwards. LX says, I released my darkest secret and it took a weight off of me. Absolutely. Burdens are heavy. Burdens are heavy. But then you wondering why your spouse is not talking to you or your partner is not communicating with you. Where in your everyday life are you communicating with them? They ask you what's wrong. I'm fine. What? No, you're not. But you don't want to tell them the truth. Better yet, many of y'all are having dissatisfactory experiences at the Naked Olympics. And you too proud to tell that person, I would like for you just to change it up a little bit. But you going with the flow, ain't you? It's your experience too. You can have it your way. If you speak and communicate. Signs that this message may be for you. You may be seeing a whole lot of cowrie shells. Okay, you may be seeing a whole lot of cowrie shells. This is about abundance coming your way. Looking for abundance. And abundance is not just in the material world. It's also in the supernatural world. Abundance is all around us if you choose to look for it. Now, in the spectrum of love that we've been talking about, abundance is all around you. Every time you see your person and you show up and y'all choose to decide to love each other again, you've had an abundance of love. One thing is for sure and two things for certain. What you fail to change, you choose. So the question then becomes, what choices are you making? when you choose to withhold information that can improve or change the trajectory of your relationship.
Damn you!
I'm just saying. Our soul whisper for today. Expectation. Expectation. Now, for those of you who are new to Pisces Tarot, this is the only time you will see me reading from a book. And it is not in order. So I do apologize as I flip through these pages. The greatest danger for most of us is not that our aim is too high and we miss it, but that it's too low and we reach it. Isn't that a paraphrased version of what I was just saying? How are you growing in your relationships if you're not communicating? You want the long lasting, enduring relationships, but you're not even being vulnerable or honest in the ones that you got. How do you think things are ever going to get better if you're not talking from the real deepest parts of who you are? But you expect for them just to figure it out and to know.
Mystery illness.
You can't fix that. If you're not communicating, but you're expecting somebody to know something, you might as well be delusional. Now here we go. Expectation can be both a blessing and a burden. It can bring you to the point of jubilant excitement, and in the same breath put you under immense pressure that you are rendered unable to function. The origin of expectations are that set upon you may be varied. A desire to succeed in pleasing or your own self-expectations. Either way, the pressure to do, to be, or to achieve can be immense. Know that no matter what the pressure is upon you, it is important that you never feel that you must continue if you find that you are experiencing negative consequences as a result of your efforts. Only proceed if it feels right and if you feel comfortable. If and when you feel comfortable. It is far more important to do what is right for your own well-being than to endure the anguish from failing to meet an expectation. Be genuine in all that you do. Operate from an open heart and never doubt your intuition as it guides you towards what is right for you. This is about anticipation, belief, prospect, and hopefulness. Now, part of the reason why people are wearing masks is because there is a false expectation that has been set upon you that you have to act, think, be, feel, conduct yourself a certain type of way. But if you're not amplifying who you are in its integrity with its genuine approach, then how was somebody supposed to know that you're uncomfortable with the expectation that has been set? Or have you met the expectation and now it's time for a new challenge? I mean, all of these things are possible. I'm just asking questions. Let's go ahead and figure out some clues. Because I'm definitely feeling like this is a lack of communication all day. I'm feeling it. It's a lack of communication. You've been holding on to things that are no longer serving you. Pretending to be somebody that you're not. Have you outgrown your relationship and you too scared to admit it? because you don't want to get back out there in the dating pool? Or are you afraid that your partner ain't ready to be the partner that you need them to be? And instead of you moving around, you over here just acting like ain't nothing going on until they pull the carpet from underneath your feet. I mean, let's talk about it. Why are you moving in an energy of dishonesty? And who told you that that was okay? You showing up half cooked every day and you wonder why you not getting the best out of them.
I'll do the best I can with what I got. Oh.
What I say? Extra, dramatic, trying too hard, starter. Didn't I tell y'all that some of y'all are wearing a mask? You got a whole clown showing up here. A whole clown. Trying to be perfect when you're not. Pretending to be happy when you're not. People are not mind readers. I don't care how psychic somebody can be. Nobody is a mind reader. But you have these expectations that because it's been your partner for so long, they're supposed to know. What they supposed to know? They don't know nothing. Dirty offer. I don't like this card. Look at that. Dirty offer. That's a part of the realm of being deceitful, right? What lies beneath all of this? What lies beneath all of this? Dang, divorce came up again, breaking a contract. Okay, so you may be ending a cycle with somebody. Breaking a contract could also be a soul contract. When we look into the broken mirror, what do we see? Derek said it's been over. Somebody's dating, new love, options back on the market. This card been coming out all week. I'm telling you, people are just like, I ain't doing it no more. It's about to be 2025. I ain't playing these games no more with you, sir. And because you ain't been talking, the men is real confused. They are so confused.
What?
What? What? When did you start feeling like that? You can't even tell them. Because you don't know. What is the true emotion here? That was not a good shuffle. What is the true emotion here? Sweet talk. It's a whole lot of sweet talk going on up in here. A whole lot of whispering in your ear, but no deliverables. Not actionable. Not actionable. A lot of promises that are being committed. Not actionable. What is the influential energy here? The yin and the yang. Why do you tolerate the things that you tolerate? That's the question. Until death tear us apart. This is about Saturn, restrictions, adversity, structure, learning karmic lessons, and maturity. So you may have been trying to keep up with the Joneses in your relationships, and death is starting to tear you apart from this person. Things are going up in flames. It's becoming unmanageable. And our last cosmic insight. Rider. This person saw you as being life fulfillment for them. This is what they wanted. They wanted this. They got it. They got it in you. They thought you were their forever place. They thought that once they got here with you, this was going to be it. And I feel like perhaps the relationship might have fallen flat. A lot of false expectations, a lot of false narratives being told, no honesty, transparency. All of those different things may have been present. It's definitely giving me you knew it was over vibes, but you're still holding on. The life-changing situation is here. One last move. You have come far on your journey. Keep going, and you will soon see what you have accomplished. But you will notice she's walking away from something. You will notice that she's walking away from something. If y'all ready to get into this business, I need to see those magnifying glasses, okay? I need to see what's going on out here, folks. Because at the end of the day, as we reflect upon these insights and shift to the energy of the potential parties that's involved, remember to focus on what resonates with you. Don't overlook a message without considering your placements. I am reading for Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising, okay? So if y'all ready to get into this reading, I need y'all to put those magnifying glasses and the charts, because I want to know whose business this is. I want to get into it, because somebody ain't happy, and they ain't been happy for quite some time. And instead of them being honest with themselves, they done went along with the flow, and now they mad because they stuck into like a castaway somewhere. Let's get into this business, shall we?
I should have followed my own. I should have followed my own intuition. I should have followed my own. I knew it. I should have followed my own. 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 Willing.
All right, whose business is this? Whose business is this? I definitely feel like somebody got to the point in this relationship where they just couldn't take it anymore. It was intolerable. It was intolerable. It was inconceivable. They had to throw their hands up. They thought that this was what they wanted. They tried to make it work for as long as they possibly could. They couldn't penetrate the clown, the mask. They couldn't get past the facades. And how one person or another was causing this person to become somebody that they wasn't. And then you wonder why you're unhappy. I feel like the unhappiness was nothing new. I feel like you were trying to pray it away. And I feel like in that praying it away, you didn't realize that through your prayer, it was changing things, all right. It was changing you. But you didn't want to admit it. Person A, water signs, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, coming in as the 10 of Cups in reverse. Shattered dreams, broken family, domestic disharmony, disconnection, misalignment of values, and struggling relationships. The person that they could be dealing with in a relationship is a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, coming in as the sun. Positivity, pleasure, happiness, vitality, fun, joy, warmth, celebration, success, rebirth. All is well. Bruh. Not spirit hitting us with the all is well. Hey, Cuba man, welcome back. I'm curious. I want to go back. I want to go back. I want to see how far does this go. Within the last 10 years. So I don't know who you might have been with for the last 10 years, but within the last 10 years, things have been slowly going down the hill. Within the last 10 years. So this definitely feels like this was a marriage of some sort. Or a long-term relationship. Okay, this definitely feels like it was a marriage or a long-term relationship where you may be mentally married. And what I'm picking up on is that whomever is in this relationship, I'm trying to decipher the energy here, because common sense would say the sun represents masculine energy. But I'm trying to decipher who was being extra. I really feel like this is feminine energy at the top and this is masculine energy down here, irrespective of this sun. And what I'm picking up on is that you have a couple here who the woman or female energy here is being extra. You're wearing a mask. You're not communicating. You're not articulating your thoughts and your feelings and your emotions. You're not being transparent and candid. And you have somebody who is here, a partner that's trying to meet you halfway. Going into debt, trying to do everything that they can for you. Feeling like they bought into something that they couldn't really buy. Didn't we read on this energy earlier today? Now that I think about it. But I feel as though Aries, Leo, Sagittarius is feeling very deceived right now. They feel like they got a nasty offer. They're definitely feeling like they showed up to be married to somebody who didn't really want to be in a marriage.
Stop it. What?
And now they're mad that it's over. But if I'm being honest, the feminine energy here went into a marriage that was predicated upon lies and deceit to begin with. It was a whole bunch of sweet nothings. And as long as it was good in the hood, they was going to ride for you as long as you can make them happy. I'm going to show up for you as long as you can make me happy. I'm going to be here being extra. Being overly dramatic, trying too hard, over here pretending that you A+ quality and you ain't even got a C+ in effort. This man over here trying to give you the best that he got, giving his all, working all these long hours and picking up all these extra shifts and whatnot, trying to make you happy. And you over here just acting like it's nothing. Being ungrateful, being spoiled. And you wondering why this person is moving on with their lives. Welcome back, Consuela. You wonder why, thank you, David, for my flower. You wonder why this person is moving on with their life and opening up their options. Because they felt undervalued and disrespected. What man is going to stay in a situation like that? Yeah, the water sign is being extra, yeah. All right, so here we go. Let's get into this reading. Because I don't want to be here all day. We done already been here all day, and I swear, this was the same elements from the reading this morning. Woke me up at doggone 3:30 in the morning singing Marvin Gaye to me. Let's get into it. Now that we have the undercurrent and we have the foundational energy and the premise of what this reading is about, we're going into now our present energy. Aries, Leo, I'm sorry, not Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, good grief almighty. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. The Nine of Cups. Didn't I just tell y'all when we talked about this card right here, this rider card with this Nine of Hearts, that's equivalent to the Nine of Cups. As long as this person was giving you the material things and doing what they wanted you to do, you were happy. As long as your bills were paid, as long as you can take trips, as long as you can buy whatever bags you want, the superficial things kept you happy. It was all about what you can post on social media and what your friends and family was going to say. But in the pits of your heart and in the bottom of your soul, it wasn't no love here. It wasn't no love here at all. It looked good to show up and to be on that person's arm. It looked good to say, oh, my husband, my husband, my husband, my husband. But when you at home in the evenings and the lights are off, you're arguing, you're bickering, you're nagging, you're nasty, you're incompetent. Even if y'all do encounter the naked Olympics, it wasn't good. So now you got two people slowly starting to withdraw. The man ain't making you happy. You ain't making him happy. You got two miserable people here. And all Aries, Leo, Sagittarius know how to do is to provide. So they keep buying you stuff. They keep giving you stuff, hoping that something's going to click. But at the root of it all, there's no communication, not whatsoever. You're not being honest. You're not being transparent. You're not being forthcoming. Walking around holding on to all this bullshit from the last 5 years that got you pissy. Everything been cool up until then. Within the last 10 years, you don't even know who you are no more. You're supposed to be growing with the person. But you're not. You growing this way, they growing that way. And you're hoping and praying that you come back together to meet in the middle. The reality is, y'all roommates. It's so awkward, you can't even kiss the person no more. You be like, ugh. It used to be a time where that's all you wanted to do was be with your person. Now the only time you want to kiss them on the cheek is when they do something for you. Who's supposed to want to be in that? Why would you want to be in something like that? Who's holding this person accountable for their shenanigans? Nobody. Because she walking around putting on a mask. My man, my man, my man, my man, my husband, my husband, my husband. And knowing good and doggone well, she is 2 centimeters from being single. Just 2. 1, 2. But trying to fool somebody. Because she don't want to be single. Don't want to be divorced. Don't want somebody putting her in a bucket. Worried about all the wrong things in life. Over here putting on airs and facades. Girl, ain't you tired yet? Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You coming in with the Page of Cups. You're trying to do whatever it takes to make this person happy. I said that. The girl want a $10,000 Chanel bag. Merry Christmas, babe. Girl ain't deserve that. But you want to be in a marriage. You want to be in this relationship. That's why you here. Running up your credit card, stressing yourself out, trying to buy love in a marriage. How, Sway? How? How do that make a lick of sense? Cuba man said, you got to go get that yourself. I have to go get it myself on your credit card. But seriously, you walking around trying to do everything you possibly can do to make it work. And you wonder why you ain't going nowhere.
I know it's wrong, man. Ain't got no gas in it.
Ain't no gas in it. No matter what you do, it is not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere. You've been stuck in a rut on the side of the road for the past 5 to 10 years. Not knowing how to get out of this maze that you're in. He keep asking you the questions. How can I show up for you? How can I be a better man for you? And she ain't got nothing to add a value to the conversation. She don't want to answer the damn question. Sitting over here getting irritated because he really trying to be your stinking man.
Anything else?
Girl, what you doing? It's so funny because you have so many women who would die to have a husband show up for them. And here you got one, and you disgusted by his breath when he ain't even opening his mouth. You just hear that man breathing, and you like, what? What is you doing? Don't want to go home. Don't want to stay home. Don't want to be a wife. Don't want nothing. You just want the perks of how the MRS look in front of your name. And the poor little man, he just holding on, feeling robbed and humiliated and emasculated and deflated every day of his life. Belinda, Mimi, you're good. Can you get out of my business already? Thanks. Dude. But seriously, what more can he do? It is so disgusting to me. Now I'm judging. Yes, I'm judging. Safe space, but I'm judging. It is so disgusting to me that you put a label and a title on something and you give your husband more of the harshness of the world in his home than the peace that he deserves when he's there. He got it easier when he go to work, and you wonder why the man don't never want to come home from work. It's peaceful over there. He come home, his blood pressure up, got a headache, back locking up, constipated, indigestion. All of that stress is weighing on him because he's trying to figure out why he can't connect with his wife. The man should have been cheating on you. But instead, he taking his sad self to bed, hoping for tomorrow that it's going to be a better day. I'm getting emotional because I don't know who this is resonating with. But I feel like somebody who's watching this is getting very emotional right now. And it's making me emotional. So I know you're here. I feel like I got a tear wanting to come up in my eye. Every time he tries to physically connect and touch you, you making him feel like he's disgusting.
Absolutely not. Child, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
You can't even get a man a hug. You can't even get a man a warm embrace. Lou said, I'm here. I'm that man. I'm so sorry to hear that. The man is trying his best to remain positive, remain pleasurable, be full of joy and warmth, and all he is getting met with is coldness and stiffness and an absence of mind. How dare you abuse somebody's heart like that? But you want to be for the streets. Hey, Brooke, welcome back. Hey, Jane, welcome back. You want to be for the streets. You have no idea how hard it is for real women to find a real man, and you got one. And this is what you doing with your life? I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't get it. But you running and telling your friends all about how wonderful of a husband you have because you're too scared to admit that you have failed to show up as a wife and as a woman in your relationships. You so in denial and delusional. You telling one friend one version of the story, the other friend another version of the story. Who knows the truth here? You think they ain't sitting around here talking about you wanting to hang up in your face the next time you call with that rubbish? Girl, let me tell you what my husband did. Why I want to hear that? Are you trying to convince me? Or are you trying to convince yourself that you happy? The positives in this is this Chariot card in reverse. You so busy trying to make other people jealous that you're not even working on yourself, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. You so focused on making other people jealous, seriously, that you're not even present in your own relationship. Why? Why would you so ever do that? Who didn't love you enough as a child that you gotta have validation from external sources all day long? And why does their opinion matter so much? You're trying to impress a bunch of folk that don't care. You just want to wear the ring on your hand. But you don't want the duties of a wife. You just don't want to be one of them women on the internet, again, looking for validation. But you just don't want to be one of them women on the internet talking about I'm 40 and unwed. Let me tell you something, sugar. I'm 40 and unwed and I got a child. And what's your point? I don't need you to validate me. I'm validated by my damn self. You know why? Because my tolerance threshold for bullshit is at all-time low. I'd rather be by myself and alone and be comfortable in my solitude than to be subjected to some bullshit and still feel lonely. But you ain't got that kind of wherewithal to work with. You ain't cooking with no kind of grease over there, sister. You're over here playing with your face, playing with your butt, building a body. Ain't you tired of trying to impress everybody else? Ain't nobody impressed with you. You still average. Still look like you did yesterday. But the question is, more importantly, why are you so much so concerned with improving and impressing other people when you got a whole damn husband at home that would love for you to walk through the door and be present for once? I'm not judging, but I'm just telling you what I'm saying. If you came home one day and cooked meal, it ain't even got to be no southern fried chicken, collard greens from scratch. None of that. It ain't got to be none of that extra stuff. Thanksgiving meal. You can put some fish in the damn oven. Put some asparagus with it. Throw a lemon on it and some butter and water with a little bit of olive oil and put a little bit of seasoning on, a little dab of douya. That man will be so happy. But instead, on his way home, he got to stop at a Crystal somewhere to pick up something to eat. Because you're not even thinking about taking care of your partner. The man is suffering in silence. And you wonder why he ready to check out and give up on you. He ain't living. He just alive, going through the motions, going with the flow every day. This man got dreams. He got aspirations. He has goals. And he ain't even optimizing at his full potential because he's suffering in silence. Embarrassed. Don't know who to talk to. Don't know what to say. Don't know how to feel. Feeling beat up and towed down on the inside. Unhappy and miserable. The man done got timid and scared. He really want to tell you about yourself, but he won't. He really want to give you a piece of his mind.
You're ugly, you're skinny, you're shaped funny.
He want to read you to filth. He really want to just yank them damn extensions out your head.
You raggedy bitch.
But instead, he keeps showing up. Poor thing. He holding on by a spider web. Hoping and praying and wishing. But Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, y'all coming in real audacious right now. The consequence is he's been preparing for his great escape with this nine of Pentacles. He's been preparing it. And Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, you don't even see this coming. He's sick of you. Baby, he's sick of you. He been waiting and waiting and hoping and praying and wishing and believing and hoping and praying and wishing and believing. Like, you done made the man feel lower than low. Walking around here with this air. Poor man. He just trying to do the best he can with what he has. Trying to be faithful, trying to show up, and it's getting exhausting. Poor thing. Every time you come to him and ask him for something, he regurgitating Wanda Sykes in his mind.
I am sick. I am sick of your shit. And when I'm not sick, I'm tired. I am sick and tired.
But he ain't gonna do nothing about it. You know why? Because in his mind, this is what a man is supposed to be. And in his mind, this is what a marriage is supposed to be. He thinks that this is all that what life has to offer. And you over here just sucking the life out of him, being over dramatic. Focused on all the wrong things. But you gonna learn when you get out here on these streets, when you get them papers. You gonna get that reality check. These ain't good men out here like that no more, that you can just misabuse and mistreat and do all that nonsense too. But heck, he's so sick and tired of dealing with you that by the time he even get back to the street curb, he delusional.
I just saw a messy man.
His life is in shambles. His heart is broken. His ego and his spirit is destroyed. And it's sad. It's sad. Because this man is walking around here believing that he's doing the right thing by himself and you, by sticking to this. And he over here questioning himself every day.
You having an unnatural allegiance to losers is not like you.
He over here trying to figure out which way to get out of here as fast as he can. He been in it too long. You know a man's sick of you when he tell you you can keep the house, the cars, the kids, the dog. He don't want nothing. He just want to get out. He just want out. And you too stupid to even see what's becoming upon you. How you missed the memo? Girl, you ain't even noticed the last time he really looked at you? The glare in his eye for you was gone? The tone of his voice done changed? The man don't even smile no more. He don't even know when the last time he heard the birds chirp. But he's still hanging on and hanging on. Now, what this is trying to teach you is with this 10 of Swords in reverse. It's time for you to cut your losses. You walking around here thinking you the Queen of Sheba and everybody's supposed to bow down to you. Well, damn. What do you give? If you're not afraid to be alone and you think you such a baddie and you can have another him like that, what's stopping you from moving on? Keep that energy somewhere else. Keep on keeping on. You know what I'm saying? But instead, you want to get animosity and all piped up and be over here threatening and condescending and belittling and hostile and angry and all of them other things.
Get your shit and get out.
Why are you doing all of that? You acting as if this person ain't earned their right to want to leave up out of here. The man been trying to talk to you for the last umpteen years. And now that you got divorce papers, your feelings is hurt? What? The man been talking to you for years, trying to get to understand what can they do better. And all you can come up with is a new purse, a new car. You want some new floors for the house. You want to go on vacation. Lou said it happened just like that. What is a person supposed to do when they know that you don't like them, let alone love them? What else they supposed to do? This man over here suffering in silence.
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
He just stuck like Chuck. But he's making a way to get out of here. And that's what this is trying to teach you. You got to value the people that you have when you have them. You got to value the people that you have. You can't walk around here mistreating people, acting like everybody owe you something, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. You over here walking around like a Teflon Don. Like somebody got to kiss your shoes. And you're wondering why this man is checking out. He don't feel like you love him. He don't feel like you care. He don't feel like you want to be here.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
And this man is hurting on the inside. Hurting on the inside. Breaking down on the inside. Feeling like he could have been anywhere in the world with his life, but he here with you. Broke down raggedy on the side of the road with flashing lights and 3 flat tires. Where is he going like that? But let you tell it. You got a happy marriage.
What?
You over here creating content, posting it on the Instagram, acting like you the voice of reason. Hey, my husband. We've been together for over 10 years. Yes, ma'am. Yes, we did. What lessons do you have to teach anybody about love when you're not even showing up? Yeah, you got a circle of friends who all married, but you ain't even telling them the truth. So how they supposed to hold you accountable? They can't. What you need to do to heal? You got to confront your inner demons. With this 7 of Pentacles in reverse, you got to confront your inner demons. You scared to be by yourself. You scared to tell the truth. You're scared to say, I put 10 plus years into a relationship and I failed. What's wrong with that? It's the truth, ain't it? Why is that so hard for you to admit? Nobody is perfect. Nobody has all the answers. But you don't want to be alone because you're walking around here looking down on everybody else who's single and alone, thinking that you special. Got that big old ring on your finger, weighing your whole hand down. And it don't even represent nothing but a piece of jewelry. It looks good on the outside, but the inside is as bitter as it can possibly be. And you're wondering why. Nobody likes you on the outside. You wonder why you got superficial friendships. You wonder why you gotta pander to people on social media. People that you don't know, because you're unlikable. You're mean. You're plastic. You're fake. You're extra. You wear a mask. You don't know how to be honest with yourself. You can't be honest with other people. And you wonder why you lack genuine connections that contain intimacy and vulnerability and set the tone for environments of trust and adoration and respect. Look who you are. What's around you is a reflection of who you are. No shade. Your hair fake, your lashes fake, your face is fake, your body is fake, can we go on? Your nails long like this. Who are you? The poor man don't even know who you are. By the time you wash your face and take them lashes off and put that wig on the lamp, heck, you might even be taking your teeth out at night at this point. But seriously, inquiring minds want to know. But you got the nerve to be mad because now this man want to take you to court. He should have been took you to court. He should have been left you a long time ago. But he's trying to be the notable man that he was married to be, or raised to be. And you over here trying to hang stuff over his head. What you gonna do? Where you gonna go? Who gonna want you? He over here looking at you like, there ain't nothing wrong with me. You the one that's pathetic.
You could sometimes.
Page of Swords. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. You're going to get a rude awakening. This man don't say too much of 5 things to you on any given day. But you wanted to keep popping off at the mouth, being extra and over dramatic, being performative, acting like you putting down some smackdown, and he done served your ass with them damn divorce papers. Hey, Tiara, welcome. He done gave you them papers. He said, I'm done talking. And that shattered you. Water signs, that broke your heart. Everything that you wanted, everything that you've been fighting for, just crumbled just like that. But the reality is, what did you do to nurture and to develop the relationship? Who was holding you accountable? You weren't even being honest with yourself. You weren't even talking to your friends. You're lying to your mama and them every time they call, acting like everything's all hunky-dory. You, my dear, are in distress. But you walking around here turning up your nose, acting like you too good for anything.
Absolutely not. Child, absolutely not.
Baby, you better take what you can get. The death card in reverse. It's time for you to let go. It's time for you to release. Not only for this person that's involved, but this is for you too. You can't grow like this. You're not even cognizant of what you're even doing. You've been living your whole life going through the motions, being somebody that you're not. And now that you're being called to the carpet and being pinned and held accountable for what you did and didn't do, you over here acting like you having a nervous breakdown, blaming somebody else, gaslighting somebody else. You ain't did nothing to make this man feel like he wanted this relationship. You ain't even want it. You over here just living in a world of pure imagination. Delusional. And the man finally got so sick and tired of being sick and tired, he don't want to do that no more. Nope. Sure don't.
Get that garbage out of here!
But let you tell it. You got the best marriage God could bless you with. Poor man done went into debt. He done ruined his credit. He over here trying to keep afloat, trying to stay positive, trying to be happy, trying to be optimistic. And at this point, what else is he holding on to for? What else is there? Poor little man. He got other people out here looking good. Other young women who want to show him a good time, who appreciate a person like him. And anytime he get a whiff of somebody out here trying to check for him, he's stuttering and choking and he ain't even trying. The poor man is beat down and crushed. What else he supposed to do with that? Poor man, he over here just going down. The Justice card in reverse. The tables are turning. You thought you was getting over on somebody, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. You thought you was doing something, baby. No, ma'am. That grace for you has expired. All your lies, all your untruths, all your misinformation, everything that you have ever said and done to this man, it's starting to come out. You can't continue to move down this path of sowing seeds that plant weeds and expecting a phenomenal harvest. Everything you did to this person in the last 10 years is coming back to bite you. Everything. Accountability is here. Justice is here. Vengeance is here. All those things. They coming for you. And you acting like you so heartbroken. How? How? Over here telling anybody who will listen. Don't want nobody knowing you going through it. The one or two little friends you got that you try to talk to about stuff, you up here trying to make it seem like he did you wrong.
I am disgusted.
You over here looking like you having a nervous breakdown with that Six of Pentacles. He reversing all that energy that he was giving you. He putting it into himself. He going to the gym, losing weight, buffing up, brushing his teeth. No, I'm just playing. But he getting himself together. You know why he doing that? Because he's ready. He like, this ain't it no more. I need to be looking good and smelling good at all times. I need to be getting ready to get myself back on the market. Trying to get ready. Trying to get prepared. Trying to get some options. Because you didn't value what you had when you had it. You didn't love that man like you're supposed to love him when you had him. Now you walking around here acting like you so confused, like you ain't never met the man a day in your life.
I mean, he could be walking down the street. I wouldn't know a thing.
You don't know this person anymore. You don't know who this person is. This person done matured and had a whole life that you ain't know nothing about. You know why you didn't know nothing about it? Because you never asked. It was all about you. Ace of Swords. You about to get I keep on saying it, baby. You about to get a rude awakening. Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. You thought your world was shattered and broken when you got them divorce papers, baby. Wait till that man tell you he want a non-contested divorce. The paper ain't even got off the printer good enough. He ain't even read the paper good enough. And he done. Y'all want to know something that's interesting? I got a friend of mine who got divorced. And their situation was a little bit similar, but not to what I'm describing here. And I remember he was concerned because during the time of the marriage, he acquired some things that were very profitable. And even though he didn't feel like he had his spouse's support in building these endeavors, he knew that the right thing to do was to give her half because of the length of time they've been married. But she was so damn spiteful. I guess she didn't realize that he was really like done. And she was just so mad when they sent the paperwork to her to ask, this is the last call. Is there anything in this estate that you would like to own? She signed the paper without reading. So he walked away with everything that he built because she didn't read the paper. Now that worked in his favor. But at this point, this person is done. They feel berated. They feel deceived. They feel like they've wasted time. This man is very angry. I feel like this person is having a lot of conversations with God as well, because they're not understanding how did this serve its purpose for their life, and how was this a part of God's plan. They did not want their marriage to end like this. When they said till death do us part, that's what they meant. But the other person got to show up for this to be a partnership. And the other person involved didn't show up to be a partner. They just showed up to be a part of the cruise ship. The Eight of Wands. There was little desire to want to fix this at this point. I've given you the best that I got. I've given you my best days. And this is how you do me? This man is angry. And rightfully so. He feels gypped. And every time you trying to slander him and make him feel like he less than a man, baby girl, he ain't the problem, it's you.
Stop it. What?
It's you. You are the problem. This man is walking around like the emperor that he is, the grown man that he is, somebody who got his stuff together. He ain't gonna take no for an answer. Just because he ain't with you don't mean he gonna be down in the dumps. Why? Why should he ever be in the dumps? He's releasing. He done gave you too much of his time, too much of his life. He gave you one too many. One too many to give. Now he done got himself together. He looking good. He's smelling good. He walking with his head high, his shoulders broad and back. Looking like somebody. Every time he walk in the building, looking like King Joffrey Jaffer. Hey, how you doing? What's your name? I'm Kimberly. You single, you smell good. You allowed that man to walk right out your life and into somebody else's arms. Because you wasn't ready. Whose fault is that? You wasn't ready. That ain't his fault you wasn't ready. He did his part. He showed up. You didn't. Now that's something you're going to have to deal with. I'm about to get out this business. I just hope for the man who's in this situation that you know there are good women who still exist out here in the world. Understand it's not your fault when people don't grow at the same rate and speed as you. There's other women out here that's single, that's ready to mingle, that's wanting to be committed, that's wanting partnership, that values those things. And ain't asking for you to go buy them a bag. Ain't asking you for a car every 2.5 years. And some of them just want you to come home and sit on the couch and watch Dateline with them. You know? They just want to Netflix and chill. Because they tired from living life too. They don't want to be ripping and running the streets. They want you to help them take their braids down so they can get their hair done. The simple things in life. She want to roll over and kiss you before you brush your teeth. Whereas this other person, oh, no, absolutely not. What are you doing? Pause. She not scared to be shown in her authentic self. But this mother trucker over here getting up in the middle of the night to put on a whole face of makeup and get back into bed like she's Sleeping Beauty. How was that real? Closing thoughts. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, you gonna get your feelings hurt with this 5 of Pentacles in reverse. You don't know how to get out of this because you didn't even realize that you fell in it. Guess what? We here now, sweetheart. That's what we are. This man got 3 of Cups. It's people around him that's probably going to be so happy when he dump you. Because they probably been seeing the whole time how you've been treating them. Has been real crappy. But because they respect and love him, they didn't say nothing. But really, if they were being honest, those check guards or checkpoints should have been there on his end too, to bring to his attention that he was getting played. But he didn't feel like he could talk to them either. That's why I said in the beginning, who's keeping you accountable? Knight of Swords in reverse. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, you can try to come putting up a fight all you want to and acting like you want to save your marriage. Don't nobody want to be in that. They don't want to be in that. Because you ain't even who you say you are. You don't even want what you say you want. You don't even know who. Well, you don't know nothing. You don't know nothing. No, nothing. You over here living a lie. Go live a lie somewhere else and have whatever world you want to create in your imagination. But take this innocent man out your group chat. Take him out. Because the conversation that you having with you, yourself, and you, it ain't worth it. This is going to put you in a predicament where you're going to become a better person. It's going to be a tough learning lesson that you got to go through. Because this is going to teach you how real it is outside. You always worrying about what other people doing. Go on outside and get in the streets. And see if somebody don't run you down. You think the grass is greener on the other side? Go on outside. You're going to regret letting this good man walk away from you, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. You're going to regret it. You're going to meet deadbeat after deadbeat with that Ace of Pentacles. Every man you meet is going to give you the blues. Because you know why? Every seed that you planted wreaking havoc on this person's life. It's going to come back to bite you. And it ain't going to be pretty. You spent over 10 years dragging this man through the mud. And this man just letting go. He letting go. He ain't trying to control your narrative no more. He ain't trying to live them lies no more. He said, okay. I showed up every day for 10 years. I gave to you. And you ignored me. You disrespected me. You humiliated me. You belittled me. You emasculated me. You betrayed me. You embarrassed me. You bring shame to me. Do I need to go on? And we say there are no good men out there. They out there. They just tied up with unappreciative people. So I'm going to get out this business. Because I feel like it ain't nothing else I can say. This man is walking away. He's moving on with his life. And you're going to have a walk on the rough side for a little while, sister. So I hope all that was worth it. Now, I want to thank y'all for tuning in to the Pisces Tarot Experience. If you enjoyed this reading, please be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel at Mimi Lightseer. Make sure you bookmark today's reading so that you can come back and listen to it if you need a little guidance and have easy access to it later. I love hearing from you. Make sure you leave me some comments so I can know how these messages are resonating with you. If you enjoyed this experience, please give me a thumbs up and let me know. Ding. Okay. In terms of personal readings, my calendar is booked up to through January. So if you need an appointment for a reading, you will have to book out. Okay. A huge thank you to all the viewers who participated in today's conversation. We had over 1,400 people to stop by today. I also want to thank our 18 new followers, and I want to thank all of my new subscribers that have joined. I want to exceptionally express my gratitude for those who shared not only their time, their talent, but their treasure with me by gifting me. I really do appreciate it. Your support does mean a lot to me and let me know that I can continue to bring you these phenomenal insights. And it gives me a spark in my day because I'm able to communicate with you. And it lets me know that this is something that you value and you want to experience. So I thank you for allowing me to come into your home just like you come into my home, and understand that this is truly a safe space and this is not a judgment zone. Okay, I'm just telling you what I see and how I see it. I ain't gonna lie to you, because if I lie to you, it'd be an irresponsible misappropriation of my gift. Okay, so with that being said, I'm gonna sign off. Y'all have a good Sunday evening, and I will talk to y'all in the morning, hopefully, Lord's will. Bye-bye.
Thank you.